Hey guys, welcome. I'm Mark Crypto Boy in Oz. It is the 22nd of August. It's been a beautiful day in Western Australia. It's been sunshine all day and it's a Sunday. So, unfortunately, work tomorrow, duty calls. Just want to point out as well, thank you so much to the extra subs. I've now got 48 subs. So, it's kind of these last couple of weeks, it's been really going up. And hopefully people are liking the content that I make. And I think it helps when you do I'll get it out, specific content on specific coins. So like how I've recently done one on Giro Wallet, and then the other day on Oakham Finance with the airdrop. I think that gets people in, and I think once they realise, sorry, I've got something in my eye. So once they realise that I'm like you, or you're like me, that we've kind of just starting out and we've probably got the same amount of bags or similar amounts. We're not millionaires, we're just getting there. Then I think that's kind of helping build like some kind of relationship virtually. And as I said, I'm hoping that when I get to like 1,000 subs, that I'll probably start doing some live streams, but we'll just see how it goes. I don't think there's anyone in the space that I've found yet that actually is doing the same as me, where they've not already been in it for like a cycle or 2 cycles, where they've already made a fortune. And I'm just like you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And today's video is just I've got a bag of Cardano, like probably everyone, probably not as much as I should. And in all honesty, if you watch my early videos, Cardano is basically the one token that I had back in 2018. I basically put everything into Cardano and then forgot about it. And then come, I think, March of this year, it was worth like, well, it started going up, but I basically had 6,000 Cardano. And then I started selling them all and diversifying into different coins, and that's given me like a pretty balanced portfolio. So it's because of Cardano that I kind of got in a better position than what I would have done if I'd just started buying from scratch in March of this year, because I had like 6,000 Cardano from 2018, so it kind of gave me a bit of a head start, if you will. And it served me well, and I've diversified. I've gone into other coins. Giro Wallet, one of the big ones that I've gone into, and that's kind of got me up there with my portfolio balance being quite higher than what it probably would have been if I weren't with Giro Wallet. If I'd kept with Cardano, then I'd have probably doubled my money to what I had in March, or maybe a little bit more. But it's really taking, like, in fact today's been like a bit of a burr, well, what's called burr day, like a bit of a downward day. Not much has been happening. It's actually been Cardano that's been kind of leading the way and going forward. Actually, everything else has kind of been going down in price, apart from a few. There's not been many that have gone up. Litecoin's gone up a little bit. Filecoin's been doing all right. If you look on the heat map, Filecoin and Cardano are the only ones really that have been going up, and that's going to be primarily because it's not long now off the smart contracts going live. I think Charles announced it. I think I said the 13th. I think it might actually be the 12th of September. So I think with Cardano now, it's just going to keep going onwards and upwards. Now, I don't know. Price predictions are just ridiculous, really, because no one has a clue. Like, nobody knows what this bull cycle is actually going to do, and that's why I'm like super excited that I got in when I did, and I hope that you guys that are following me got in. Maybe you've been in a long time, but I doubt it, because if you are, you're probably not going to be watching me. I think the guys that are going to be watching me are people that have got in this year, whether that be beginning of January, and if you did, you've probably done really well because you got good prices. But if you got in like April, May, then you might be feeling a bit down in the dumps because you've probably paid top whack. But if you notice, it is slowly coming back up, and some coins have back up to all-time highs and way in front. Like if you look at Solana, Solana's like $75. Solana's smashed its all-time highs. And then if you look at Luna, like if you've got any Luna in your bags, that's smashed its all-time highs. They're like $22 or something. So some coins have actually bounced back really well. Obviously, Cardano is above its all-time highs, so it's kind of, now if you're looking at charts, you can't really kind of forecast where it's going to go. Just by the only thing you can do really is look at the Fibonacci numbers and kind of go off that, because everything's uncharted now because all-time highs have been broken. So, like, if you look at, I'm just going to jump over to the Bitcoin chart, and like from looking, if you look at this, I mean, on the daily now, so we had this big, like, Bart Simpson head, what people call it, and then you had this massive price drop, and then it started going sideways, and people are thinking, oh, is it going to be a dead cat bounce? And even probably the last couple of weeks, people still weren't sure, and there's probably still a few people out there that are bearish still and thinking it's going to drop back down. It's just kind of retesting different areas. I think Richard Hart is one of them. He was saying 64.5 with a high, and then we're going to go back down. He might be right. Who knows? But for me, like if you look at this growth here that we've had, and it all stemmed from 21st of July, which is pretty much when the tables turned, if you will. 20th of July, my brother's birthday. That was the bottom. And from there, it had a rally, which was like 9-10 days up to the 30th of July. So we've had higher highs because the previous high was over the 14th of June. So we had a higher high there, and then it pulled back. And then we've had a higher low, because obviously the previous low was like $30,000, and then it shot up again. And then we've got like a higher high, then we had a higher low, then we've had a higher high back on 13th of August, and it dropped back down 20th of August. Again, it's not much, there's not much in it, but it's still a higher low. And now, like 2 days ago, it was 49,600 on, what's this one on? Bitfinex. So that's a higher high again. And now these last couple of days, we've just been going sideways. I mean, right now, we're at $48,607. I personally think once we break the $50,000 barrier, I actually think we're probably going to go quite quickly back up to anywhere between $57,000. I think that's kind of probably where we're going to be heading back up to. Just because if you look at this like imbalance area here, it went from like 57,000 down to like 49,000 in pretty much in one day. So I can see us going straight back up there, like 57,000 mark. And I really, really think that all-time highs are going to be coming soon. I think, what are we in now? It's the 22nd of August. I seriously think by the end of September, we're going to be above all-time highs. And it might seem hard to believe, but if you look at where we've come from, like we've basically come from 30,000 to 49, just on like we've gone up $20,000, $21st 20 in a month. So we've got more than a month till the end of September. We've got like 6 weeks or something, 5.5, 6 weeks. But if you just think in 1 month from now, $20,000 would put us at 70,000. And there just seems so much momentum in this movement that we're going through right now. Everything's looking bullish, and then you've got Cardano that's launching on the 12th of September, which is massive. There's so much money coming into the space. And you can't, it's hard to compare it to previous cycles because previous cycles had nothing. Like, seriously, they had nothing apart from retail investment. That's it. So you think about all this hype. I mean, crypto now is in mainstream news all the time. It's always being mentioned. And once we start really, really going up, we start going parabolic. I hope we don't go. I hope we don't get there soon. I hope it's not soon, because if you look at this fear and greed index, we're approaching like 80. We're like, what are we, 70, 75, 76, 77. But we're approaching 80. We don't want this greed to go too high just yet, because then that'll mean we're probably going to go parabolic, too quick, too fast, and then we're going to start getting big whales that are kind of trying to short all the people that are going long, and then you get the people going short, and before you know it, the price has been manipulated and we're back down, and we don't want that. We want this to continue, because if that happens, retail will get scared out and then they'll just leave until next cycle maybe. So where we are now, going up slowly, like we want this. This is what we want. We want to continue hitting. I've got this trend line here on the highs, and I've got this trend line here on the lows. We want to keep going up, bouncing off these trend lines, because that means it's retracing. It's not going up too much and then it's having a pullback, and then it's going up again and it's having a pullback, and that's what we want. This movement over here is too quick, too fast. It's too much. And we didn't go up too fast. I mean, if you look back previously, I mean, we did have like highs, lows, and then it's only like when it got towards the end where we had this lower high that kind of set things in motion for the downward turn, but we didn't go up parabolic. So people that are thinking we've actually already had it, going off like previous cycles, retail haven't formed into the point where they just aped into it, because it never got to the stage where it went parabolic. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the rest of this year. I've got all my bags now. I've got everything I'm invested in. I mean, I wish I had some. I wish I had some more of certain coins. Like I wish I had more of Luna. But at the end of the day, like just looking at crypto coin market cap, you've got to be happy with what you've got. I'm going to jump back to my portfolio just to share it with you. So, like, you've got to be happy with what you've got. Like, this is my personal portfolio. So, I've got 25,500 Giro wallet, 123 DOT, 308 Oakham Finance. I wish I had more of them all, but end of the day, you've only got what money you've got to invest. And if you start taking it out of others to put into the favourite ones, then I don't want to have too little. Just too little of certain coins, or sorry, I don't want to have like just three or four coins for my whole portfolio. I want to be diverse. Now, okay, I wish I had more of some than others, but I've not. I've got quite a few. I've probably got more than I should have, but I'm just giving a chance on all of them, because I think some of them, they're not going to make me a millionaire, but there's certain coins what I've got which are really low cap coins that if they do go up like 10x, 50x, that I'm hoping they will, they're not going to be life changing, but then they give me profits to invest in other coins. Like if you look at this, right, Kickpad were $5. Like $5, and it's a launchpad. It's a launchpad platform, and I think launchpad platforms are going to be massive soon. When all the retail comes back in and they realise how do they get in on these IDOs, You got to look for these little gems where you need so many coins to get allocation or get whitelisted, and some of them they're too expensive. Like if you look at Orcan Finance now, like it's $10 a coin, and you need 150. So you need $1,500 just to stake, just to get a chance of being whitelisted. Paid network, you need 1,000. So they're $1.23. So now you need $1,230 to get a chance of getting whitelisted. I picked this up for like 40 cents. I wish I'd have bought more because it went down to 20. So Kickpad is for what I've spent like almost $1,000 on it. Because I started buying it when I thought it was cheap, and then it went down and down. So I was paying like 3 cents on average for it, and I've got like 31,000 of them now. But yeah, there's certain coins what you might not have like a massive amount in, but you might have enough just to give you profits and move into other coins like Ethereum or Bitcoin, Cardano, or like Polkadot, ones with really good fundamentals. And that's what I'm planning on doing. A lot of these coins what I'm in now, as soon as they've made me a decent amount of money, I'm going to pull some profits out and put them into something that's got a backbone. So something that's got substance, like Bitcoin. Well, definitely Bitcoin, definitely Ethereum, definitely more Cardano. And I'm just going to wait and see how it goes. I mean, I'm already $8,000 in profit on Giro Wallet. So the profit I've made on Giro Wallet now could buy me like two and a half Ethereum. But I'm riding the wave a little bit longer because I think Giro Wallet's going to be a massive coin. But I am going to be taking profits towards the end of this year, whenever I think the bull run is coming to an end. So, but yeah, it's very exciting time at the minute. It's very bullish. If there's anyone that's watching this that isn't actually started the crypto journey yet, it's not too late. But what I will stress, it's not going to make your life-changing wealth. Not yet. Not this cycle. So if you invest now, like being totally honest with you, like if you look at Giro Wallet, I've paid 16 cents my average buy price. So like now I'm already 3x on what the current price is. But say if you bought this at 50 cents, just to double your money, it's got to go to $1. And at that stage, I've 6x'd my investment. You've just doubled your investment. So it's exponential. So you're going to make money, but you're not going to make as much money. And it depends how much money you put in. Like if you put like $5,000 in, then that $5,000, okay, it could, by the end of this bull run, it could be 5x. Could be. Could be more. And again, nobody knows. But if you put $5,000 in at the beginning of like partway through a bear market, like towards the end of next year, it'd give you a much more coins than what you're going to get if you're buying them now. Because by the end of next year, the bottom will have dropped out. Like it'll have had the big bull cycle. It would have peaked. It would have started dropping. And it continued dropping. And 2020, the end of 2022 and 2023 is when you're going to pick up unbelievable prices. And you've got to make a mental note of everything that you've got now, or everything you're looking at. So if you're just getting in now, like it's a good time. It's still a good time to get in because nothing's gone parabolic yet. Retail have not jumped in like crazy yet. It's still like not there yet. So buying Ethereum at like $3,000 or whatever. What are we at now? Like yeah, buying Ethereum at this price, and I mean Cardano even at 256, it seems a lot of money because like not long ago it was like $1. But this is going to go up considerably because mainnets, smart contracts are coming live. They're all good to go up because retail have not jumped in. It's just the point is they're not gonna give you life-changing wealth unless you got in on some tiny small cap that you've kind of you really believe in. But they are going to make you money. Just remember that when you've got to the point where you're happy with what you've made, remember to take some profits out, because the prices won't keep going up like forever. The bull run will end. Now, like Ben from BitBoy Ben, he's kind of calling it towards the end of the year. I think he was saying like the end. I'm sure he was saying like October, November time, possibly like December, which that could be when it ends. I think he was saying like October, November time, to be honest. And there's a lot of people that think it might January, February, March next year. And then there's other people that think it could go on. It could go on for quite a way into 2020, 2022. But what you've got to do is kind of think when you've reached a milestone, you've got an amount in your head that you thought you were going to be happy with. Start taking some money out, and if you want to leave a bit in, and you can just do it in percentages, like maybe when you've made, I don't know, by October, November time, when the price has gone up quite a lot, then start taking small amounts out, maybe 20%, 30%, depending on how much money you've made. I mean, if you've made enough to take your initial investment out, then that's probably the best way to do it, because if you can take your initial investment out, and it's pure profit, so you're not losing anything, and then you can hold on to it. And then if it keeps going up, take a little bit more of it, and then take a little bit more of it, and then don't look at what you could have had. Look at what you've actually got, because nobody knows when the top of the market comes. Like nobody does. So that's what I'm going to be doing anyway. And then keep your money, and then wait for the bear market, and then reinvest then in everything that you believed in originally at the lower prices, because trust me, by the next cycle, like if you think this one's going to be crazy, the next one will be absolutely mental. So I just wanted to mention that, and I just wanted to touch on a couple of stories. So this is what's telling me, not this particular story, but this is what's giving me an idea it's bullish. But this particular story is on Binance. So I'm presuming most of you have heard of Binance. They're probably the biggest exchange in the world, but they're a centralized exchange. And up until now, you didn't need to do KYC, but now every single customer or user of Binance, it's now mandatory to do KYC. So this is going to be massive now for DeFi, for decentralized finance. So you've got all these decentralized dApps now where they're going to be getting so much more business and users, because people don't want to do KYC. Like, there's no anonymity. Like, if you want to have a wallet on Binance and not give any of your details, then you didn't have to, but now you do. Like, they have to know who you are, name, address. You've got to have either a passport or a driving license verification. So they need to know everything about you. So, I mean, for a lot of people, they won't care. A lot of people don't care that they're actually doing this, because they might not be investing massive amount of money. They might not be bothered about anonymity. But a lot of people, anonymity is like pretty important, and they don't want people knowing what they've got. That's the whole point of crypto. It's the whole point of decentralization. It's the whole point of why it was created, to give power away from the banks and the governments into the individual people. And that is why a lot of people won't be happy about this, and a lot of people will leave. They won't want to be on Binance at all. So to me, that's a good thing, because then you can start investing in DEXs, all these decentralized exchanges that are on your different platforms. Ethereum, Binance, Cardano coming up, Solana. There's Polkadot. They're going to be there's DEXs on all these platforms. So if you're getting into these now, like your Pancake Swap, Uniswap, Sushi Swap, Giro wallet, card wallet on Cardano, just to name a few. These are going to. I mean, DeFi is already massive. There's no people don't understand how big DeFi is going to be. But like having Binance now, having to do KYC, there's going to be a massive amount of people now leaving Binance, and they might not go to like decentralized exchanges. A lot of them will probably go to other platforms like KuCoin, FTX. Personally, I think FTX is going to be the biggest exchange in the world. Like without a doubt, it's going to dwarf Binance. I think eventually. I think that by the next bull cycle, FTX is going to be so big. Sam Bankman-Fried is like a genius, and what he's created there, and what he's creating, is phenomenal. And a lot of top investors, top institutions, they're using FTX already. So, but that's a side note. That's a different story altogether. This next story, Cardano reaches all-time highs. I've already touched on this, but if you look at it, I mean, its all-time high now is $2.64. So the previous record was $2.54 that was set on Friday. Its native token, it's where yeah, it's the third largest. Is it the third largest now? I think it is. Yeah, third largest. So it's got a market cap now of $82 billion. So I'd like to say it's closing the gap on Ethereum, but it's still a fair way away. So what is it? Well, like 4.5 times off Ethereum. But let me tell you, I think by the next bull cycle, I can see Cardano being half of what Ethereum's market cap is. So I can easily, like, now, even by the end of this bull cycle, I can see Cardano being 150, 200 billion market cap. Now, obviously, Ethereum's got to go up as well, but I do think a lot of projects are going to be moving over from Ethereum over to Cardano just because of the fees, the speed of the transactions, especially once it's been proven that it's faster. Because at the minute it's all speculation, because they call it a ghost network, a ghost blockchain, because so far it's not done anything. Everything's been testnet, beta testing. So only people in the know that are working on the Cardano project know about its true potential. For everybody else, it's actually speculation, and until it's proven itself, then you don't really know for sure 100%. It's just all going off hearsay and what Charles says, and obviously it's all peer reviewed. But I think once Cardano has actually been used for probably the next month to 2 months, when smart contracts go live, and you can see how many transactions are actually going on the network. You can see the cost of you'll know the cost of the transactions. I think at that point where it is basically doing what they say it's going to do, and it's going to be cheap, it's going to be fast. I think at that point you are going to get people moving over, projects moving over to it. So that's where I think obviously the price of Cardano can go up exponentially because of that. So it's a good to me. Cardano's, if you missed the Ethereum train, and if you've missed a lot of these blockchains, then Cardano and the Cardano ecosystem is like starting where Ethereum were back in 2017, because you're getting in all these crazy prices. I mean, you're looking at Charlie 3, it was $1. It was $1. It's an oracle. It's going to be massive. You're looking at a Giro wallet with 10 cents. And this isn't the IDO. This was what you could actually buy it for, at its lows. So you've got all these tokens on the Cardano network, on the Cardano blockchain, these projects where you've been able to get them now at really, really low prices, and then just keep hold of them now and wait and watch them grow, like watch them develop over time. So yeah, I've got not as much Cardano as I should have. I put a lot of it in XRP just because of what's going on with the SEC case and thinking what's going to be going on behind the scenes and how that's going to progress. Probably, I reckon, in the next month or two. So we'll see what happens there. This is what is telling me. How long have we been going? 30 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up soon. But this is what tells me that this bull cycle is in its full momentum now. Because look at this, right? Look at this rock. Ethereum rock JPEG sells for $600,000. So when you've got all these people that are spending all this money on NFTs, and a lot of them, like, I'm not being funny. Is this art? It's a JPEG. Is it art? Will it ever be worth anything? Maybe, but to me, if someone's spending $600,000, is nothing short of mental. I mean, how many Ethereum is that? Like, how many? And if you look at this, look at these prices here. Like Rock ID 62, 321 Ethereum. Recent sales, 187 Ethereum. Someone's paid 187 Ethereum for a JPEG of a rock. So when people are spending this kind of money, you know damn well we're in a bull cycle, and it's just going to go. If anyone that's not been in it, I've not been in it yet. I've looked at the charts from 2017, but when you look at the charts and you see how parabolic it goes, the sense of euphoria that you'll get in will be incomprehensible, because you'll see the value of your tokens or your coins go up so much that you won't comprehend, like, it won't register just how much money that what you've got is what it's made in such a short period of time. Like within the space of, like, I mean, I can't believe what my coins have made already. Just the Giro wallet that I owe, like, I can't believe it's gone up $8,500. It's unbelievable. But towards the end of this bull run, you'll have some of the bags that you've got probably won't run as much as others, but some of them, they'll just go up so much. You'll be like, I mean, it might not be life-changing wealth, like, because it depends when you started buying them, but like, there's no other way you can make so much money. So, but the important thing is know when to get out, so know when to sell and take some profits. And this is another one that I just wanted to pull up. More than 70,000 Ethereum have been burned. So, like, when I mean, if you don't know, EIP 1559 is like a protocol, like an upgrade. Well, I think it stands for Ethereum Ethereum Improvement Protocol 1559. So basically, they started burning Ethereum when transactions when the transactions are made, then Ethereum's burned, and the more transactions there are, the more that's burned, and eventually it's going to end up being deflationary. Whereas at the minute it's inflation. Well, it still is inflationary, really, because more Ethereum is being created than what's being burned. But before this burning, it was just exponentially going up. But now it's coming down and down and down. At the minute it's still increasing, but on a smaller scale. But then when ETH 2.0 comes out, which is probably going to be sometime this year, I reckon, and that's changing from proof of work to proof of stake. So you're no longer mining for Ethereum. It's going to be from stakeholders. Then that's going to reduce. I think Vitalik said it's going to go from 1,000th, 1/1000th. It's going to go like to 1/1000th of what it was. So by that time, the energy use to create Ethereum is going to be next to nothing, and it's 100% going to be deflationary when that actually kicks in. So then the total amount of Ethereum is going to be going down and down and down, and it's going to get to the point where it's going to be a store of value. So it'll just be like Bitcoin. As time goes on, it's going to get more expensive just because there's going to be less of it. So it's just when you try to put it into perspective, like 70,000. I'm just going to get my calculator out, because when I'm talking, even though 70,000 times 3,000 isn't that big of a calculation, it's like 21 something. Good God, that's 210 million. 210 million of Ethereum have been burned. Oh, it says it right in front of my eyes. 221 million. It blows you away, that, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm not going to keep any more of your time. I've been talking for 35 minutes. Again, thank you for all my subscribers. I can't believe how many I've got. I mean, again, you might be thinking it's only 48. It ain't that much of a big deal. Trust me, when you've started out, you've not really got that much confidence. You've started creating a channel, and you've slowly but surely been building up followers, subscribers that are actually interested in what you're posting, interested in your videos. It's kind of overwhelming, really, and it means a lot. Now, I know everyone doesn't watch all the videos. Some of them might only get a small amount of airplay. That's why I've tried to reduce the length of my videos, because some of them are like an hour long, and I can appreciate people don't have that time, and they want to get through, obviously, life without being suckered into listening to me for too long. So, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to try and keep them shorter than this, actually, if I can. It's just sometimes you get a bit carried away, don't you? So yeah, if you like the video, smash that like button. It lets YouTube show it to other people. If you enjoy the contents, please subscribe to the channel. Tell any friends you've got that are into crypto, because then we can all obviously be in it together and we can share each other's stories. Remember, there's a crypto boy in every single one of you, even new women. And said it the wrong way around, but invest well. Like seriously, invest well. Don't invest in no shit coins. It's not worth it. You want long-term growth. You want fundamentals. You want amazing founders. You want good developers, and you want coins that are going to change the world. So until next time.